We are here inside Stevenson Park in Carson, California for another game of your Interlodge Masons Basketball League Season 7. The game at hand is the Nueva Ecija Masons going up against Gardena Monita Lodge. Good morning, I'm your host, the one and only Ludwig Van, Magic Man. You know who I am, and you're watching this game on YouTube, SoCal Ballers 21. Please follow, subscribe, and like as game is officially underway. GML 372 wearing green jersey, while Nueva Ecija Masons wearing black and yellow jersey for the first basket. Nueva Ecija Masons draw first blood as they score right out of the gates, trying to bounce back from their loss against Pac Crim. Corner 3 from Jasper Domingo. I remember that buzzer beater against better men, no? AJ Pader, no opening, pulls back. By the way, starting five for both teams as Ian Talyara turns and tries to shoot, no? And Rico Yutuk got a piece of the ball as the referees will not call anything on that one as it was a clean block according to them. Our referees for today is Janet Tius and referee Marcus Reed. Here we go as Ian Talyara quickly responds, and now we have a 4-0 advantage courtesy of that basket from Ian Talyara underneath the basket. Well, you can see the relentlessness of Ian Talyara, no, as he scores one hand J from Canyoza. Again, no, hindi natin maipasok yung starting five dahil sa bilis na mga pangyayari, no? Kick back, kicks it out rather to AJ Pader, and now they will slow down the tempo. Starting five for both teams. For GML 372, it's Marvin Manson, Canyoza, Rico Yutuk, Chris Cabanatan, and Jasper Domingo. For Nueva Ecija Masons, it's Talyara, Takashi Parungaw, AJ Pader, Jerome Bolisay, and Mark Moralida. And foul will be called on whom? Foul will be called on Mark Moralida, yes. Ay, sorry, si Joshen pala yun. Sorry, magkamukha kasi. Joshen pala, sorry. Pagharap ko, sabi ko, hindi si Mark Moralida, si Joshen pala. Si Soriano pala, pambihira naman, no? Kasi kanina naka-pink, tapos naka-black. Parehas pa kayo ng buhok. Parehas kasi kayo ng buhok, eh. Malabo mata ko sa malayo, eh. sorry, Mercy, sorry. My mistake, no? Correction, that's Soriano, no? Na 0-2 ako dun, ah. Sabi ko, Moralida tapos Joshen. But Rico Yutok, 4-2. Minsan kasi pare-parehas yung buhok, eh. And minsan nearsighted ako, eh. Buti lang panalo tayo kanina, Wershino. Syempre, panalo tayo kanina. Better, ayan ang gusto ko, eh. Kaya nanalo yung better man, no? Game recap, better man won against Garden Grove Lodge, no? Konting announcement lang, no? Yeah, wag na natin i-announce yung player of the game. Humble tayo, eh. Ano tayo, eh. Being a Mason, we're humble. Wag na natin yan. Manood na lang sila nung first game, no? AJ Pader makes the first basket. Nueva Ecija Masons making both for AJ Pader. Well, they're trying to get back on the winning circle, no, for Nueva Ecija Masons as they were badly embarrassed by Pac Rim, no, in their previous game. Canyoza, ball fake, almost a steal, but they were able to recover it. Elbow J from Canyoza. Well, Gardena Monita Lodge, no, securing a 4-1 team standing, no. Rico Yutok pump fake against Hermantico, that's Jerome Bolisay, one-on-one. Unable to create some space, quick passing, Canyoza against three defenders, and Mark Canyoza put that in the highlight reel for Mark Canyoza. What a ball game so far. Mark Canyoza, well, for Mark Canyoza, he was like a rabid Wolverine there against three defenders. No fear, no hesitation for Mark Canyoza. That's what we're talking about, no? Confidence level booster for Mark Canyoza. Canyoza, Jasper Domingo, corner 3, that's his spot. However, that time, it's a miss. Jasper Domingo, no, he wanted that buzzer beater. I remember that against, no, look pass for Ariel Takashi Parungaw, no? 6-4 is our score. Nueva Ecija Masons in control with a 2-point lead in the early goings of the first half. No, we haven't adjusted the time yet, but when we have some spare seconds, we'll try to edit our time. Rico Yuto catch and shoot. They got the offensive board as Mark Canyoza again has been a presence in the paint as we are tied at 6. Mark Canyoza, no? He's playing big here in the first half. Ian Talyara at the middle comes up short. We are tied at 6. Chris Cabanatan will not deliver the goods for Chris Cabanatan. AJ Pader shifting gears, pulls back. Jasper Domingo on him, but Ariel Takashi Parungaw is wide open. Battle for the loose ball. It will go to Kenneth Soriano, and Soriano gets his own miss. Soriano with the runner. No good. Put back from Ian Talyara, and Ian Talyara will be going to the free throw area. And finally, substitution on the second shot. Ian Talyara on the line. Jovan Romero playing with his with his ring on his finger, no? Second shot. Did he miss, Tito Jessel? Miss free throw. And he misses both, but AJ Pader is there for the offensive rebound. It bounces off. Rebound taking care of Mark Canyoza. Mark Canyoza has been stepping up big time here for Gardena Monita Lodge. Well, Gardena Monita Lodge, now their only loss came from William Rhodes Lodge, which was a controversial game. Pero nireview na natin yun. We reviewed that game and it really belonged to William Rhodes Lodge. But that was the only time Gardena Monita Lodge lost their game. No? So, Joshen. On the line is Rico Yutuk. No? Formerly a second shot, Joshen. No? Formerly Brazen Pillars, itong si Rico Yutuk as he makes the first basket. No? 7-6. And now he's suiting up for Gardena Monita Lodge as Joshen enters the ball game in replacement for Bolisay. And Romero also checking in for Gardena Monita Lodge. Finals MVP for Division C in their championship run in Season 6. Back to the action with 11 minutes left. Sizing up his defender. AJ Pader, pump fake, Joshen, double team on him. Almost losing the handle, able to recover. They go at the corner, pump fake, and look at the suffocating defense of Rico Yutuk. Way off the mark on that one. And they save it. Here comes Mark Canyoza. Run and gun offense, transition, open court, and foul will be slapped on John Chua. Gardena Monita Lodge up by 2, 8-6. Oh, by the way, we have an official timer here just in case I'm having some difficult time with the scoring. So if you're watching this on YouTube, we have an official scorer, Tito Jessel Navalta here, who's doing our official timer. Of course, our referees for today, Janet Tius and Marcus Reed. Free throw line is Mark Canyoza. Substitution for Pete Palang in the ball game. Number 69 under his jersey. One of our favorite numbers, 69. No? Don't ask me why, but that's one of our favorite numbers. And he makes the second free throw. 9-6. With 10 minutes left here in the first half, Gardena Monita Lodge up by 3. Nueva Ecija Masons playing back-to-back here. Let's see if they still have some gas left on the tank. Baseline for Mark Moralida, a reliable center for Nueva Ecija Masons. Well, first hand though, I know Mark Moralida is a reliable center, a great rebounder, and his presence in the paint has been an important, vital piece, no, for any team out there. As Romero hesitated on that one as he sees Mark Moralida. Again, second attempt for Jovan Romero. And 11-8 is our official score as Jovan Romero keeps on attacking the lane. High-low, Ian Talyara, and Ian Talyara with the soft touch on that assist pass from AJ Pader. 11-10. Directing traffic, strategizing is Marvin Manson. Manson looking for his options as he surveys the floor. Middle, Marvin Manson. Court general and miscommunication between Rico Yutok and Marvin Manson. Substitution as Mike Paisan and Chris Cabanatan will check in the ball game. 9 minutes left here in the first half. AJ Pader against the zone defense. Pader lets it fly. Front rim as Paisan securing that leather. Paisan brings down that ball. Jovan Romero. Mark Canyoza stops and pops. And Mark Canyoza has been the difference maker so far for Gardena Monita Lodge. Well, they gotta tighten up the defense on him, no? He has been scoring, he has been rebounding, he's been doing it all for Gardena Monita Lodge, no? For Nueva Ecija Masons, they've been relying heavily on AJ Pader and Ian Talyara, no? So let's see if they have someone to step up here. Joshen blocked as the defense from Paisan suffocating, locking him down. Romero hand up to Paisan, and Paisan comes up short, put back. Cabanatan battle for the loose ball. It will go to AJ Pader. AJ Pader pushes the tempo, brings it down, crossover, penetrating the lane. Foul will be called on Chris Cabanatan, and Chris Cabanatan recognizing the call, and AJ Pader will go to the line and shoot two. 6 minutes and 40 remaining here in this first half. High-octane basketball here for both teams. Ooh, look at that, slashing his way inside Jovan Romero as he caught the defense napping there. What an amazing play from Jovan Romero, but a quick response from John Chua, keeping the score at bay with 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. Well, both teams, no, game is still within reach, no, so both teams cannot rest their laurels here. Air ball for Palang, and Mark Canyoza, Mr. Do-It-All for Gardena Monita Lodge. No? He has been a reliable scorer so far for Gardena Monita Lodge. He has been consistent all throughout this tournament. No? Whenever Gardena Monita Lodge needs a score, Mark Canyoza is there to help them out. Air ball for AJ Pader. Naubos na yung spinach ni AJ Pader. No? So, it's like Popeye, no? If you know that cartoons. I don't think the Gen Z knows that they only know Popeyes as the chicken, no? Popeye chicken, no? But they don't know the cartoons of Popeyes, no? So they go at the corner. Jasper Domingo comes up short, but Pete, our Paisan, and Palang, as we keep on mentioning, no? The rebounding duo of Paisan and Palang has been clogging the lane, making it difficult for Mark Moralida to space the floor. With 5 minutes remaining. With the cut from Jovan Romero, and Jovan Romero unable to complete the play, almost a steal, and anticipated by Domingo. Domingo still offline from long distance. Let's see if Nueva Ecija Masons can capitalize on this possession. Look at that passing! What a play from Takashi Parungao to Mark Ellis. Well, the play came from Ian Talyara, so those three guys really combining for their backcourt, no? But they gotta help out in the rebounding department, especially between Paisan, Palang, and of course Chris Cabanatan as well, who throws a wild shot. Here comes the fast break opportunity. Again, that passing. Ooh! Everything but the shot. That could have been in the highlight reel as Mark Ellis throws that assist. No look pass. Adjusting in mid-air, put back Palang, nope. Baseball pass, Ian Talyara takes it down, crosses the timeline against Cabanatan, one-on-one as he's trying to hound him down. Ian Talyara almost losing it, and he does, but it will remain with Nueva Ecija Masons. They're down by just 3, 14-17. Nueva Ecija Masons. Let's see if they can cut this down. to 1 or even tie this ball game up. They tap it back. John Chua. No go on that one as we go to the other end. A chance for Gardena Monita Lodge to extend the lead, and he capitalizes on that one for Rico Yutok. Well, the court vision of Marvin Manson, seeing the wide open Rico Yutok, and Rico Yutok, all has to do was to go for that layup. No, 19 to 14. Muscling his way inside, Mark Moralida unable to sell the call as Paisan standing his ground on that defensive end. Well, Paisan was like a hard rock on that one, no? Rico Yutok at the post. He sees the height advantage, comes up with the air ball, and Paisan with the putback. Well, you can see the height discrepancy here against Nueva Ecija Masons, no? And they're just pounding it inside for Gardena Monita Lodge. Well, you know, like as we mentioned for Gardena Monita Lodge, no? They have the height advantage, and basketball is all about strengths and weaknesses, no? Able to, you know, capitalize your strengths and use it against your opponents. Well, for Nueva Ecija Masons, their strength is their fast break. So let's see if they can use that to their advantage. A substitution for Zipagan. Mr. Hardworking Zipagan. No, hardworking eh. If you know your Tagalog, sipag is the Tagalog of hard work. No? So Sipagan is Mr. Hardworking Man. No? Reminds me of Harry Potter, si Sipagan. No? Back to the ball game with 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the first half. We have a tight ball game, 19 to 14. Game within reach. They kick it out. Kenneth Soriano lets it fly. Air ball. Substitution as Mark Canyoza enters the ball game. Bagong tabas pala si Mark Canyoza, no? New haircut from Mark Canyoza, no? Malinis ang gilid ng buhok ni Mark Canyoza. Manzon strategizing. Jasper Domingo gets 2 defenders, hits all board. Well, they recognize the shooter, no? They know that he can light it up from long distance, no? So they really challenged him on that play. And a chance for Nueva Ecija Masons to close the gap here. They're down by 5, 19 to 14. Takashi Parungaw, the screen. Chua, pump fake, takes it closer. And look at Marvin Manson, active hands, diving for the loose ball. And it will be jump ball. With 1 minute, less than a minute remaining here in this ball game. Kala ko, papaupuin na kagad si Sipagan eh. Tinawag kagad ni Romero eh. Job. Kala ko papaupuin na kagad eh. Kakapasok pa lang eh. Pero Rico Yutok, battle for the loose ball. And look at Canyoza just everywhere on the floor. No look pass. One-on-one. Mark Ellis drills it from long distance, making it a 2-point game, 19 to 17. Nueva Ecija Masons coming out alive here in the latter part of the first half. Gardena Monita Lodge holding on to that lead. Shot clock is off with 13 seconds left. Sipagan holding on to that ball. Mark Canyoza. Oh, look at that footwork from Mark Canyoza. Everything but the shot. As they will try to hit that buzzer beater, unable to beat it. And at the end of the first half, it's Gardena Monita Lodge up by 2 as Nueva Ecija Masons roaring back to cut the lead. We'll be right back with the second half. This is your Interlodge Masons Basketball League. All right, we are here in the halftime break. Gardena Monita Lodge up by 2, led by Mark Canyoza and Rico Yuto, who has been combining for some points here. They are being led by their court general, Marvin Manson. For Nueva Ecija Masons, it has been their fast break transition, especially led by Mark Ellis, who has been lighting it up from long distance together with the scoring duo of Ian Talyara and AJ Pader. Well, what should both teams do here? Now, for Gardena Monita Lodge, it has been effective for them that they keep on pounding it inside, especially with that height advantage between Mark Canyoza, Rico Yutok, and Pete Palang, as well as Paisan. Now, for Nueva Ecija Masons, their three-point shooting has been their main weapon, led by Mark Ellis, and their fast break opportunity. Well, for Nueva Ecija Masons, they gotta make some stops, no? And here we go, another steal from Chris Cabanatan. The slashers of Gardena Monita Lodge has been the reason they're up. However, it's just 2, no? AJ Pader. Look at the teamwork. Bolisay underneath. Ooh, Bolisay down on the floor. Hopefully he's okay, no? And ball will remain with Gardena Monita Lodge. You gotta watch out for yourselves here. Take care, and we don't want any injuries. Back to the action. Nueva Ecija Masons. Rebound secured by Rico Yutok. Full court pressure. And the defense trying to get into their skin. Look at that quick passing, and Mark Ellis was there just to pick up the cherries. Ariel Takashi Parungaw, Ian Talyara. Look at that three-man action. The fast break transition. However, they weren't able to convert on the other end. High-low, Rico Yutok, jumper. Well, for Gardena Monita Lodge, now they are able to utilize Rico Yutok properly here as compared to when he played in Brazen Pillars, no? So, I think he has found a home here in Gardena Monita Lodge, no? He has been effective here so far. Romero to Rico Yutok. It bounces off. Takashi Parungaw, baseball pass. The screen. Mark Ellis against Mark Canyoza. No opening. Bolisay, jump hook. And Bolisay with a jump hook. What a move from Jerome Bolisay as he trims down the lead, 19-21. Well, as we mentioned, they gotta give it all, especially in the paint, trying to answer back against Gardena Monita Lodge, no? Well, Bolisay can be their center here, together with Mark Moralida, no? They can be helping out in the interior, especially against those big guys of Gardena Monita Lodge. Pump fake, Cabanatan, top of the key, hits all board. Romero with the layup. And Jovan Romero back to a 4-point lead for Gardena Monita Lodge as Nueva Ecija Masons on the other end. Baseline dribble drive, kicks it out. Ariel Takashi Parungaw, top of the key, it bounces off. Jovan Romero holding on to that leather. Foul on AJ Pader as he hacked the hands of Jasper Domingo. 23-19. Game within reach for both teams, so they're not yet out of the woods here in the early goings of the second half. Strategizing, Mark Canyoza creates some space. It hits front rim as Nueva Ecija Masons will try to charge their way back here. Ariel Takashi Parungaw, sudden burst of quickness, and it will stay with Nueva Ecija Masons. Another golden opportunity for Nueva Ecija Masons here to make this a ball game. AJ Pader, catch and shoot. Too strong. And it will remain back to Nueva Ecija Masons as they have a fresh shot clock here. Quick cut from Ian Talyara. However, he comes up short. The double team stuck in traffic. Left hand. And Ariel Takashi Parungaw will have to earn it on the line. Substitution on the second shot for Marvin Manson and Zipagan. And Takashi Parunga makes the first basket despite of they're trying to bother him. And Zipagan back in the ball game. That is the answer of Gardena Monita Lodge for the fast break transition of Nueva Ecija Masons. It almost went in. Pump fake. Ooh, trying to sell the call for Mark Ellis. And look at Zipagan, hard working. And pag sinipagan mo, makukuha mo ang bola. Yan ang motto ni Zipagan. No? Back to the action. AJ Pader, crossover. Foul on Zipagan with a Z. World War Z. 23-20 is our score. Parungaw. Crossover, the screen from Bolisay. Middle J. Talyara. Skies high for that rebound. And foul will be called on Rico Yutuk as he will go to the line for Ian Talyara. By the way, again, for those who just arrived, we have some vegetables, fresh vegetables here by AJ Pader. If you want to support the vegetables and if you want to support a healthy living, make sure to buy some vegetables. Joshen in the ballgame as well as Paisan to add some ceiling for rebounding purposes for Gardena Monita Lodge. Talyara on his second attempt, he misses the first one. Let's see if he can make 1 out of 2. Remember, this is running time. So even if he's shooting a free throw, time will keep on winding down. Back to the action as he missed both shots. And outlet, catch and shoot, or no, pump fake. And now Rico Yutuk will go to the charity stripe and shoot 2. Well, Gardena Monita Lodge holding on to a 3-point lead. Again, our referees for today, Janetius and Marcus Reed. Our official timer and official scorer is Jessel Navalta. Of course, your host, your MC is Ludwig Van, Magic Man. And of course, this game is on YouTube, SoCal Ballers 21. Make sure to follow, subscribe, and hit the like button for more basketball. Back to the ball game. And another chance for Gardena Monita Lodge. However, they make 1 out of 2. Here comes the transition offense of Nueva Ecija Masons. Joe Shen spots up and look at AJ Pader fighting for that loose ball as he's down on the floor. And you can see the sportsmanship between two teams now. Despite being competitive here in this ball game, no, we can see the sportsmanship, the unity, the brotherhood of Masons, no, being shown here. That basketball is a fun game, basketball is competitive, but the brotherhood remains, no? Ian Talyara forcing his shot and he will go to the line. Well, of course, this is for the purpose of this league is to have fellowship, no? Of course, develop physical activities, develop brotherhood, no? Getting to know other lodges as well, no? Through sports, no? And of course, Talyara misses his first attempt. Now, he has been struggling in the free throw area so far for Ian Talyara. And he has been 0 out of 4 here in the second half. Well, if he made those 4 shots, they could have tied the ball game out. Rico Yutok on the other end continues to miss as well. So the door is still open here for Nueva Ecija Masons. Ian Talyara crossover, Zipagan on him, able to blow by and got the piece of the face for Zipagan. But of course, it's unintentional. No? Wala pa. It's not yet in the penalty, not yet in the penalty. Next one. Ian Talyara with the cut, but Marvin Manson intercepts the pass. Marvin Manson, no? You can see the veteran presence of Marvin Manson, no? And he was also part of the Marikina Shoemasters, no, in the MPBL. No? Just some info, though, from our so if you know your Philippine basketball, Marvin Manson was part of the inaugural together with Elvis Tolentino, no, who was also a kuyang, sabi ni Marvin Manson, no? Lets it fly in and out, but Marvin Manson, active hands, as he has been all over the floor. He has been getting those steals, getting those rebounds, anything that could help his team. Canyoza with the traveling violation. A step too many. And Nueva Ecija Masons will call a timeout with 8 minutes and 34. We'll be right back after this timeout. Nueva Ecija Masons will call a timeout. Wala nga si Harlem eh. Pero nakita ko na si Versiden kanina eh. Nakita ko na si Versiden. Lalaro ulit ako. Pwede naman eh. Nakaline up ako sa Amianan. Pwede ako maglaro sa Amianan. Pag kulang sila. Pag kulang lang ha. Pero pag kompleto ayoko maglaro. Kasi gusto ko dito. Back to the ball game. 8 minutes and 34 remaining here in the second half. This is your Interlodge Masons Basketball League presented by the so-called ballers. Ian Talyara middle. Takashi Parungaw puts it up. And look at Marvin Manson again. Getting that board. You know Marvin Manson, he's not scoring but he has been doing all the other things. Rebounding, the steals, setting up his teammates. So he has been just all over the floor. They tap it. Pete Palang. Paisan. Jovan Romero. Ooh. Butterfingers there. AJ Pader. And AJ Pader delivers that blow. And now it's just a 3-point lead, 26-23. Like we keep on mentioning, they're not yet out of the woods here for Gardena Monita Lodge. Let's see if they can turn the tides. Gardena Monita Lodge has been up all throughout this ball game. A chance for them to cut the lead down to 1. Comes up short. Soriano, corner pocket. And look at AJ Pader trying to save it, trying to energize his team. Well, that should inspire his team here to make a run because of the energy that he has been showing here. Ooh. AJ Pader has been grimacing in pain. Hopefully he can recover here. Hopefully nothing serious, huh? What happened? He's walking on his own. Huh? Okay, hopefully AJ Pader is okay. And hopefully it's just a minor setback for him. No? So, get well soon for AJ Pader. Back to the ball game. 6 minutes and 50 remaining here. Nueva Ecija Masons. One of their comrades is down. Let's see. Man-to-man defense. Marvin Manson able to escape the defense and jumper from Pete Palang. Finally, the drought has ended for Gardena Monita Lodge. And they are back with a 5-point lead, 23-28. And Jasper Domingo, bottom of the net for Jasper Domingo. Mark Ellis Marvin Manson fouls him. 31-23. Well, Nueva Ecija Masons don't want to have a back-to-back losses here in this tournament. On the line is Mark Ellis. Remember, this is running time, so even if you're at the free throw line, unless it's a timeout, it's going to be the clock winding down. Mark Ellis misses his first. No, well, the free throws has been a struggle here for Nueva Ecija Masons. No, they've been missing a lot of those. They should have been more close to this ball game if they made those free throws, but unfortunately, they're down by 7. Ian Talyara with the steal, and Ian Talyara will go to the line one more time. Five minutes remaining. Rico Yutok will be deployed on the second shot. Kuyang Rico. Are you okay, AJ? Oh, that's a heart of a warrior here for AJ Pader, who is back and wants that victory. Substitution, second shot. Okay, you're clear to go. Rico Yutok and Mark Canyosa as well as AJ Pader. We're glad to see AJ Pader back in the hard court after that setback. So Ian Talyara, finally he makes 2 out of 2 for Ian Talyara. Now we have a ball game, 27, just one, no, 26-31. 26-31. Yes, it's a 5-point game, and look at Rico Yutok, height advantage. As we say, no, in basketball, height is might, and Rico Yutok has proven that on that possession. No, we made it look easy. And Mark Ellis on the other end, sweet shooting. Now it's just down to a 4-point lead, 29-33. And full court pressure as Rico Yutok will be fouled by Mark Ellis. And Gardena Monita Lodge trying to hold on to that lead. The pressure is on. Nueva Ecija Masons now putting on the clamps down on Mark Canyosa. Foul on Ian Talyara. As they go man-to-man this time for the guys in black and yellow. And Mark Moralida intercepts that pass as they go push that tempo. Ian Talyara tries to bank it in. And injury substitution as Ariel Parungao will sit back. Timeout will be called by Gardena Monita Lodge. It's just a 4-point game. So Gardena Monita Lodge will talk things over, and we'll be right back after this timeout. Back to the ball game. And it's a turnover right away for Gardena Monita Lodge. And they were shocked with what happened there. As now Nueva Ecija Masons some kind of momentum here. Let's see if they can capitalize. What a ball game so far. Hold on to your seats. Ian Talyara thought about it, decides to take it, launches, put back, and he will go to the free throw area for John Chua. And timeout. Let's wait for the referees to... Timeout, referees. And that's the last timeout of Nueva Ecija Masons. Timeout. Timeout first. And they grant the timeout. Your wish is my command according to our referees. Masaya si Bolisay ngayon, nakangiti eh. Si Jerome eh. Kuyang Jerome, nakangiti eh. Oh, masaya si Jerome ngayon eh. Relax na ba? Two free throws for John Chua. John Chua misses the first attempt. Second one, let's see. Well, it has been the narrative so far for Nueva Ecija Masons. If they have made all those free throws, they would have been up by now. And Gardena Monita Lodge, let's see if they can use it to their advantage. Marvin Manson holding on. They swing it. Almost a steal. Mark Ellis. Crossover. Rico Yutok. Pump fake. Baseline throw. Rico Yutok. No opening. Domingo. Back to Marvin Manson. Who will try to be their point guard as of the moment. Look at the quick pass and shot clock violation for Nueva Ecija Masons. A chance for them to make this a 2-point game or a 1-point game. Let's see. AJ Pader rushes his way. Mark Moralida cutting it down to one. Knocking on the door is Nueva Ecija Masons after the trifecta from Mark Moralida. Canyoza able to save it against the double team. Mark Ellis taking it away. Ian Talyara, they got numbers. John Chua, Mark Ellis, look at the teamwork. Crucial basket, and now they have the lead 34-33. Baseball pass, AJ Pader intercepts it. 1 minute and 12. And suddenly, Nueva Ecija Masons has turned the tides with that transition offense and their defense clamping down on Gardena Monita Lodge. And Marvin Manson, another down the wire game here. Manzon against Talyara. Manzon, cross court. Domingo, that's his spot. And no call from the refs. Two free throws as now they're in the penalty for Gardena Monita Lodge. Two free throws. And let's see if Ian Talyara makes this free throws. Well, he has been struggling in the free throw area, no? But let's see if he can redeem himself here in the charity stripe. And he makes the first basket, extending that lead to 2. Well, they will have a cushion if Ian Talyara makes this free throw, no? If not, it's still a one-possession ball game, regardless if he makes both, no? And now it's a 3-point game. Let's see if Gardena Monita Lodge has still that fight in them. And that's the last timeout of Gardena Monita Lodge with 46 seconds left. What a ball game. Suddenly, Nueva Ecija Masons are back in this ball game. 46 seconds remaining. Another down-the-wire game for Gardena Monita Lodge. Well, they have been in this situation many times before, no? In their last game against Better Men, they were able to escape with a buzzer beater, and also against Brazen Pillars, no? They were also coming from behind. Now, Nueva Ecija Masons also from their last victory was a buzzer beater from Ian Talyara, and they dive on the floor. And Nueva Ecija Masons forces a turnover with 44 seconds left. Nueva Ecija Masons, the momentum is on their side. Let's see if they can turn the things around here for Gardena Monita Lodge. Here we go. What a ball game. Nueva Ecija Masons suddenly awakening here in the second half, led by Elis, Talyara, and Pader. And of course, the three-point shot of Mark Moralida, a reliable center for for Nueva Ecija Masons. Free throw on Soriano. And he misses that first free throw. And that keeps the door open for Gardena Monita Lodge. All they have to do is walk in. And now it's a 4-point lead at least for Nueva Ecija Masons. That would give them some sort of safety as they make it to a two-possession game. 34 seconds left. Two-possession ball game. Gardena Monita Lodge, they need to convert here. Canyoza takes it closer. Canyoza, one-hander, and Canyoza. Hey, this ain't over, folks. And they give up that foul on John Chua. 25 seconds left here. Ooh, what a roller coaster ball game so far. Well, yes, it's a crucial free throw for John Chua. If he makes two, well, that could give them some kind of a breather here for Nueva Ecija Mason. But if he misses at least one, and he makes the first free throw, well, if he misses one, it's just a one-possession ball game. But if he makes two, it's going to be two-possession ball game. John Chua, the game is on the line, and now the door is still open. Nueva Ecija Masons, let's see, one final stop. And Jovan Romero unable to catch it. And they let him take away those seconds. And John Chua, this ain't over yet. And they lose it. 6 seconds left. And Rico Yutok gives up the foul. 2 seconds left. If he misses both free throws, well, it can still be overtime with a catch and shoot, but it's gonna be a Hail Mary shot. Oh, John Chua misses the first shot. Gardena Monita Lodge, it's a test for them. Oh, then the game's still open. Baseball pass. And that's the end of the ball game. Nueva Ecija Masons, another escape against Gardena Monita Lodge. And Nueva Ecija Masons going back to the winner's circle. Congratulations, Nueva Ecija Masons, for that victory. AJ, good game. And the sacrifice, Kuyang Ian, good game. Yeah. And our player of the game, Jasper Domingo, is Kuyang Ian Talyara is our player of the game as he kept his team alive together with the supporting cast, AJ Pader, Mark Moralida as well, and of course, Kuyang Takashi Paronga. And that ends our fourth game. Nueva Ecija Masons with a 38-35 victory against Gardena Monita Lodge. Stay tuned for our fifth and final game. This is your Interlodge Masons Basketball League. Hindi ko alam. Nandiyan si Kuya Den eh. Hindi ko alam. Stop recording.